And away we go. We're off to Rake field out at the state park that the guys have a lease on. It's going to be a big square today. And we're probably going to be raking it in singles. And this is going to be my first video in a while. See where we end up at. Okay, we're at our field. And I got to go lower my curtains down. And since I'm a little short, I got to have a handy dandy tool. See outside. Or just grab it from here. See if I got my muscle today. Yeah, the rake's a lot easier. Newer. These springs are really stiff. I lost it there. It's not foolproof. And now we're ready to rock and roll raking. We raise her up into PTO. This is a little different than some other rakes out there. Gyro rake. You can turn the rear rotor either direction. This one shoots it to the left. And today we're doing singles because it's kind of on the ippy side for moisture. We don't like to bale stuff that's higher than 15% moisture. So got a good breeze now. It's still very, very humid, but if we get this up in windrows, it might be ready to go this afternoon for the guys. Here we go. And I got to roll my rotor out. Let's see. We need to get up to speed here. I like around 480 RPMs. Go. And you'll be able to see how this thing works. So I get up here. This is all reclaimed whole strip mine land. And no field is square. No field is flat, perfectly flat. And you'll find a lot of bumps, sinkholes, and everything else out here. I was told there's one up ahead here that might be a sinkhole. So we're going to go around this direction. As you can see, one windrow's nice and cleared out. What we'll do is when I get all the way around the middle here, we turn around and go back. And then that will throw the looking out to your right there, that'll throw that one back. It's not a whole lot of acreage out here. Got this field, and I got another smaller fields just to the south of where we're at. It's pretty rough here. I can't go too fast. Somewhere out here there's a sinkhole. I missed it last year. I think I shrouded, never did find it. It's just how the ground is out here. And every year it changes. This state park is a goose preserve, but I haven't seen too many geese out here. And there's a lot of strip mine lakes, little ponds, little lakes. There's one big central lake, walk-in facility only, unless you go down by where there's a boat dock by the big lake. So a lot of we were checking hay this morning, and a lot of the smaller little lakes, they're way down. So it's still pretty dry. Now, since this is such a right corner, what I usually do, bring it out, raise it up, turn around. One thing you got to be always aware where your rotors are. Here we go. All right, try this in. Get over here. And drop that. There it goes. And let's we come back around again, we'll probably meld a couple windrows here together on the narrows. That's what you do. Okay, got another right-hand corner. It's just easier for the baler and how the big square bales fall. So it's just easier to do it this way. I don't mind. It's how I was taught. As you look around, you can see where Alan's already gone on the outside. Okay, then I'll drop this down, pick up around here. A lot of paying attention when you're using these gyro rakes as opposed to some of the other big wheel rakes and stuff. Every year the yields are different, the hay could be slightly different. We always tell people this is the hay God gave us this year. Although our customers would like to have it made to order, that don't always happen. This hay field has probably got a little mixture. I've seen some bird split trefoil. I don't know if there's Timothy out here or not. That's cool season hay, but a lot of the grass is shut down because it's been so dry. There's probably some brome, orchard, and of course some alfalfa. And I see some clover, sweet clovers out here too. Not much, probably 10% for alfalfa, if that. I haven't seen a lot. Looks like a lot of grass. Don't see too much weeds. Okay, I'm back at almost about the end of my strip here. I'm going to turn around. You're going to raise up, swing out. And I'm going to drive over. Second windrow I made. Looks like we'll kind of straighten this little curvy tail here. Drop it. And I'll pick up a little bit of Allen's. It's just how it is on the narrows. The way we do this, the second windrow from the edge is always bigger. And the reason we do that instead of making it first is because sometimes when you're raking the first round, you might pick up some green, fresh stuff that ain't dry from the edges, field edges. So that way it gives it a chance to dry. I'm going around, even though it's kind of rough, I'm still going about 6.5, 7 mile an hour here. That's pretty good for a rough spot here. Some of the fields are a little bit more smoother. You can kind of race along a little bit faster. That's how the gyro rake works. Once you get used to how it works and how to run it, it's not too bad. Like I said, you gotta be paying attention where your stuff's at. But there you go. You can see him going by. I've had a few calamities with the rake. Maybe one of these days I'll have a talk about all my mishaps, and I'll take you on a tour around the farm where you can actually see some monuments to my mishaps. Alrighty, we're getting up here about to the far east end of this little field. Raised up. There, now he's got his own strip. Oh. And it looks like I got a little strip here. And I'm going to bring this in a little bit. The rear rotor in. That's what's so handy about this thing. And let's add one more. And it looks like I ran out of windrows. There, now we'll go around this side. Somewhere I should be getting close to the big sinkhole. Tim said there was one out here. Okay, now we're going to put our rotor back where it was. Drop it. This is where I start going really kind of slow. I can't see it. Oh, there's some thistles flying around. This is why we're a big square. There's a hole there. It's a big hole. You'll watch that rear rotor or whatever's going to dip down. It was, thank God for air ride seats. Our horse customers will prefer smalls. If we have really good hay in the field there, we'll put it in smalls. That's more of a premium hay. But there's looks like there's a few milkweeds. I just saw milkweeds and thistles, and dog bane some places, which you'll find in wetland areas, which is a lot of this park. You see, now it don't take too long. Once you got the outer edges done, we're gonna do a little single. Raise up, bring this back, single file. As I can see, there's a little bit. Oh, not single file yet. Get over there, you. And we're just gonna just gently, oop, there. Just gently nudge this one over because it's laid over on the hay that's already mowed, but it's didn't get picked up. So we're just gonna do this little tiny strip. Should have bumped it over a little bit more, but hey, as Jim likes to say, we're not making watches. All right, we'll raise this up. Yeah, the big old wad there, right there. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my rotor out a little bit. Too far right now. I don't want to really bunch it in with another windrow if I can help it. And now, whoop, like I said, sometimes they ain't perfect out here. Oh, there, got it out far away. That's how we do raking singles. Get you later then. All righty, get you in the front now. Finishing up this little other section with the only one. Feel effect. It looks kind of smooth. We'll be able to go up and down with me. If you see where some of the hay looks like it's like raised up a little bit and stuff, see some of the cracks. It's just too rough. It's when they're mowing over it, it kind of right skips over a little bit. It's this is pretty darn rough. Like on the other side, yeah, you kind of see what we've done. There's a couple little islands here. I kind of go around it and then I'll just drive straight and smooth all them little curvies out. Make it easier for the baler guy. Oh, they that's a rough spot. We do a little bit of custom baling. Yeah, we usually do doubles for big squares, but it's so humid, and hay is notorious. It picks up moisture in the air and on the ground, and so the guy with the big baler is going to have to make little extra trips going around because it can eat up double windrows easy. But we want it to get dry to optimum, so we just have to do it. We just have to do it this way, and we go around again. And you can kind of see where I raked up. You can see there's a little bit of hill right there. That's what I hit. And then I went around this island here, trying to, always think about how, when you're raking, how to make it most efficient for the person that's baling, whether you're doing big squares or small squares. See, now I'm going to go through here and pick this up, up, down, down. It never gets any smoother, I'll tell you. You always, you're hopeful. See, in the front here is a grapple. We call grapple, and we have them on the skid steer. We also have them on these almost all the fence. Can't live without them. They're the handiest things since sliced bread, I think. And around here, get the sign. There we go. And I only got a little bitty strip here, which I'm gonna do mine, and then I should be done. I'm straightening out my rotors. Easier to maneuver, and you want to be straight anyway when you're going down the road. Looking over his field, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'll make sure I'm straightened out. put on my brake, drop my rake down, the rotor's down, I'm going to push my curtains up. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.